Good evening. Today is Wednesday, June 4, 2025, Day 4, Thursday the 5th. All right, let's go. Well, I have this set up in here, MVST. I almost put it as an honorable mention. At the last minute, I thought we'll go ahead and make it official, but there are some issues I'll show you in just 1 second. TFPM hitting the profit target. I had made a mistake here. The profit target was 24.75, but it's supposed to be 24.25, and I didn't adjust that upwards for the slightly higher entry on that one. So it did officially hit the IPT today. So just FYI on that. So you might want to look to bail on at least half of your shares. Not at least, or exactly half of your shares. Anyway, here's the MVST trend pivot pullback type of setup. I prefer if it had more bars in the breakout as opposed to just one big, huge, wide range bar for the majority of the trend. But it does look okay. Longer term, way longer term, it has some issues, but that's really far back. So it looks okay. I'd actually like to see a little deeper pullback. HV is a little bit of crazy on the crazy side, but it does look interesting, and that's why I put it on as an official setup. Let's take a look at the portfolio. TFPM banging out that IPT with a little bit vigor. My apologies for having the wrong number in there, but just remember, if you're, let's say you have 100K and your equity is close to $2,000, then that's that 2% we're looking for, and we take half of that off on the initial profit target. But anyway, that's TFPM. Let's take a look at KGS, and I always get that one confused. KGC, sorry about that. Anyway, started strong, into kind of weak, but just kind of a flat day overall. You know me, I'd feel better if we just make some new highs and not look back for a while. Let's take a look at the overall market. In general, everything continues to mostly improve, so that's obviously a good thing. S&P 500, you can see Flatsville there, but just right at these multi-month highs. Still below some overhead supply, but hey, routine one day at a time. NASDAQ Composite slightly higher on the day, and every day it goes a little higher. As one more day we're further into this overhead supply, and that'll begin to work its way out of the system. Anybody looking to get out at break even, start selling, and then hopefully enough buyers come along to push it through. Anyway, Rusty, a little bit of a bummer, stalling right at the prior little peaks in here. It's been a bummer for quite a while. 1 or 2 big updates would certainly help, but it still is a lot of overhead supply to get through should that occur. Platinum, the commodity, hitting brand new highs with a little bit of vigor, so that's interesting. We could see some setups there fairly soon. Gold, the commodity, okay, day up a little bit, kind of wide loose in this consolidation. I should like to see new highs sooner rather than later. Gold stocks up a little bit, just shy of these all-time highs, so that's another good thing, obviously. Silver has been doing fairly well, too. We might see some setups there fairly soon, too. Take a look at some other areas in here. It's kind of Flatsville in the sky computing, cloud computing, and it's below a lot of overhead supply. So like I've been saying, a lot of areas sort of look like that. The FITS ended at all-time highs once again. It's just been on a tear, so we could see some setups here for sure on pullbacks. Palladium has been kind of hanging in there, down a little today, but it looks like it's bottomed out quite a bit. Bonds, let's hope for a bottom here. They did survive this recent low. They didn't take out this prior low, so that's good. Or they back above this recent low here, I should say. Decent day there, one day at a time. Let's hope they keep on keeping on. Software, kind of Flatsville. Still has a little ways to go to make it to new highs, so I don't want to get too excited there just yet. Mags, like many other areas, still below the overhead supply, but up a little bit today. So again, in general, things continue to improve. Again, and I hate to beat a dead horse, we'll take things one day at a time. Let's just wrap up on the semis here. Nice day there, and they're pushing through this overhead supply like butter, so that's pretty exciting. So 1 or 2 move up days will be through that and not too far from all-time highs, and that would just be absolutely fantastic. I think that's it for tonight. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, routine. Thank you so much.